Hey, currency kings and queens, welcome back for another episode of Market Maker Analysis with Currency Queen. Every time we convene or gather, I always got something different to say or do. But anyway, let's get into the charts. This is July 9th of 2023. It's a Sunday. So let's see what the week is going to look like for us. Last week was kind of, the trading was kind of, I didn't do much of it, just to say that, just because of it was NFP week, and there was a lot of news, red folder news, and the market was kind of just not how I typically like to trade it. So I probably traded one day last week, and the rest of the week I kind of just let the market be. I peek in here and there just to see how it was doing, but for the most part I just let it be. And we're going to start with the most famous pair that I know, which is gold. So I already have a zone drawn up on the 4-hour chart, and we're just going to go with where it already is and look at the levels from there on the 4-hour chart with a few little tweaks. So what I like to do is create zones, if you don't know by now, and since I'm an intraday trader, I like to trade on the 4-hour chart and drop down to my lower time frames to kind of mark up my chart, which is typically on the 1-hour. I'll mark it up, and then when I'm doing my entries and exits, I'll drop down to anywhere between the 15 and 30 minute to get my entries and exits. It's kind of like a sniper. It's the sniper move. But going back to the 4-hour chart on gold, we see that gold touched a support area on this end and its resistance in the current trend. So it's a pretty strong level here. So it's touched that area almost 2, 3, 4 times. And it seems to be on a current uptrend. What we're going to look for on the 4-hour, you see how it wicked out here, meaning it rejected that resistance level. I'm going to see if, let's put this on 200. I have it on 50 right now. This is my EMA. So it's looking like it's still on a downtrend. But I'm looking for it to break the resistance here, and if it continues up, break the 200 EMA before I kind of look for trades, because it's been ranging for a while. So I need confirmation, but it's currently trending on the upside. Make that yellow so y'all can see the trend line. But it's trending up, and it's coming back up to this area of resistance. And on the higher time frame, I'd like to see if it'll break through. So that's what I'm be waiting for with the gold. I really won't do anything else before then. And then on the 1-hour, I will drop down. And like I said, the 200 EMA is showing to be below the current trend move, so it's trending up as confirmed on the 4-hour previously. I would closely pay attention to the candlesticks that closed above. So it looks like it's trying to form a reversal. There was a change of character on the 1-hour. So let's just keep an eye out. There's a level of demand here, but it's not high probability, meaning that there's no gaps. Let's draw here, area of demand, And all of the gaps or imbalances here in this area have been covered. So it's a low probability trade. If it dips down into the demand area and starts to head back up, you could probably catch something on there. Just make sure you have your risk management into play, and make sure that it's good on that. Same thing on the 30-minute, which is when I normally enter. There was some imbalance from the previous trend on last on July 6th, a few days ago. So it covered that, and I think it's going to continue up. But forming the bias, let's only trade what we see in the market for gold. So let's see how tomorrow morning opens and what kind of momentum we have. And I don't think we have much news that'll impact like it was in the previous week. There was a lot of news that impacted gold last week. And since we trade gold, we're also looking at the Dixie for confluence or additional confluence or confirmation. And with the Dixie, we have the trend as a downtrend because it broke a level of, it broke the trend line for one. So you want to look for it to go back up and retest that trend line area. Depending on the volume in the morning, it may just continue to go down and then retrace later on. But the Dixie is kind of going with the same confluence for the gold. Usually Dixie does the opposite of what gold is doing. And that's how we kind of know where the market is or how it's doing in comparison to the two. The Dixie is the dollar, if nobody knows. Let's go drop down to GU on the 4-hour. So we have a zone drawn, and if you look in the past of the moving average, it looks like an inverted head and shoulders pattern. And it also, there's a trend line on the 4-hour. It broke above that trend line, but we're still trading in that zone. So I wanted to see if it was going to come back and touch that trend line to continue up or just flat out break through the resistance area. I feel pretty good about this week. It looks like the current setups that's in the market is going to make for a good trading week. Just watch your risk management and trade what you see, and only trade what your strategy or your trading plan is. I think we're going to try to get back to some normalcy compared to how it's been. So dropping down on the 1-hour for GU, I mean, it just looks good. So let's see if that area of resistance is going to be broken. It looked like it went up, retraced back a little bit, and depending on if this candle, the last candle before it closed, will print as a engulfing or a volume candle of some sort, we could actually possibly see a break of the resistance levels. So this is also trending above the 200 EMA on the 4-hour as well as the 1-hour. So like I said, dropping down to the 30, we got some areas here that could be high probability demand areas, in which, let me see on the 1-hour what we got. Yeah, so we have a small gap here, but even on the 30-minute we have a demand here. So yeah, I feel pretty good about this week, y'all. We may have some good setups. What are y'all trading this week? Drop a comment down below and let me know what you're trading, and what your outlook is on the market, and what pairs you trade, or indices or commodities or whatever you trade. Let me know. It'd be interesting to hear or have the exchange of conversation. Pairs that I currently trade or have here on my watch list are pairs that are even beginner friendly. I've been trading for a few years, so I tend to go back and forth and trade major pairs, but I also like look at exotics and stuff like that. But I'm not that comfortable with just trading something that I'm not familiar with. You want to learn the pairs and the currency that you trade in order to be able to have more of a better analysis that sticks. Because once you start trading a particular pair or whatever, you'll know how it moves, and you'll become familiar with, you know, some of the things that it does on a regular basis. Moving over to AU, since we just moved from GU. AU has, I thought I had drawn up AU. So AU, we were in a downtrend, and then we came back up, retraced a little, and we're kind of consolidating right now. So let's draw this zone in, just so we know where the zone is. Let's go here, and then I'll draw it. Y'all, I literally have been moving all morning, have been to the gym, and ran some errands, so I've been moving today. Today is one of those days. So I'm gonna kick back and chill today. I just wanted to come and give y'all this analysis on the market. Okay, so we're in a downtrend, and even on the 4-hour, if we placed, let's see, so we're in a range. Same thing, you see this huge candle, volume candle, coming up to that area of interest. We're going to watch and see if this is going to be broken, but I wouldn't do anything with AU just yet. Dropping down to the 1-hour, we have a level of, it's trying to, you know, it's trying to do something, but until you have a clear picture of what it's actually doing, just stay out of it. You could trade the zones from the top of the resistance areas to the bottom of support, but just pay attention to your price action and like your plan. So with AU, we're just gonna wait until it tells us more. You're gonna wait for the story when you're trading. If it doesn't give you a full story, or a story that you can use according to your plan, then I would stay out, which takes discipline and experience, and just getting in the market, doing it over and over and over again. GJ, which is my last one that I'm going to go over. I love GJ. GJ is such an interesting pair. With what it's doing right now, we have a strong level of support here. And it looks like, let's see, strong resistance areas too. So this zone that it's been trending in is pretty strong. So it's going to either take some volume or some news or something that's going to push this beyond what it's currently doing right now and what it's been doing since, what, June 27th, 26th? So a few weeks, couple weeks. Looking down at the lower time frames on the 1-hour, it looks like it did not reach a higher high in the zone, and it kind of broke below the 200 moving average. So let's see if it drops, because I'm looking at this, these two candlesticks here as well, and it looks like the buyers came into the market, but they weren't able to push it up this last time, and the sellers took over. But there's still, you know, some indecisiveness in the market and some low volume on last week. So the 200 EMA is also, it's trending below that. So we may have some supply areas pop up. But right now, with GJ, we're just going to wait as well and see. It looks like all the pairs that I trade are at an area of interest, and we need to wait that out and see what it's going to do before we make any decisions on getting into a trade. So that's just my analysis on what the market looks like currently in opening for Monday morning. At some point I may try to go live and we can trade together. If y'all would like that idea, drop a comment or like And if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on. This has been a Forex Market Minute. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.